Years have passed. After you attempted to betray your father, Isamo Tahar, he tried to set an example by executing you and the other conspirators in front of his followers. General Noria saved you and took you under his wing. Despite the Mage Wars being over, disquieting developments are taking place, backed by the common folk. A cult called the Purity of Light has risen to power and is orchestrating a witch hunt of mages.
Nortander, the cradle of human civilization. We know war. It has been at our side for millennia, coming and going with the indifference of the tides. Our most recent sprouted from rebellion. For reasons unknown, a mage by the name of Isamo Tahar gathered the noble houses behind him. in an attempt to overthrow the crown. His magic brought mayhem. Arcane fires burnt towns to ashes. Abominations ravaged the battlefields. Men and women were torn apart with the snap of a finger. Only a sacrifice by our queen achieved what none had thought possible: an end to the slaughter. The Mage War was over, the crown had won, and a ban on magic was enacted. Now the people once more believe that their suffering has come to an end. They hope. They dream. But the tides don't change.
The barracks. Memories float through their halls like fireflies in a misty swamp. While some of them are pleasant, most of them are not. Save for your friend Bertrand, your comrades shunned you, and your promotion into the ranks of the Wolf Guard did not make things any better. Can you blame them? After all, you are the child of Isamo Tahar, the man they have spent the past 8 years fighting.
Where am I?
Are you serious? What does it look like?
Tiara's gardens?
Yeah, save for the grapes and the virgins. That is, unless you've hidden any under that bed of yours. You were screaming as if Nor himself was at your throat. Not the best way to make an impression on the new recruits, don't you think? It was that dream again, wasn't it? The nightmare.
Yes.
Look, I know I've said this before, but you did the right thing back then. Your father, he was a madman. Defying him was the only sane thing to do.
Not everyone in the Royal Army seems to agree on that.
Well, then they are fools. All they want is a scapegoat, and you, as Isamo Tahar's child, are the best one they got their hands on. Honestly, you shouldn't need me to remind you about that.
It wasn't the dream about the cave. It was the one I've been having since I was a child.
That one. Well, what can I say? You're one tormented soul, my friend. But probably that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, probably.
But still, sometimes I can't help but feel that you still feel guilty about betraying Isamo. Just don't, all right? You did the right thing.
I know, Bertrand. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for, isn't it? For what it's worth, at least, the new laws will prevent something like that from ever happening again. Magic is dangerous, and your father and his rebellion were all the proof for that. We can't just allow mages to run around using their powers as they please. There just need to be limits, rules. And the new laws are just that, a rule set plain and simple. Those mages the Purity branded, they chose their own fate. They were criminals and murderers.
Were they?
You're talking about that woman. Yes, they made a mistake, but come on. All the evidence suggested that she killed that merchant. It's tragic, and it must never happen again. But I can't really blame the judges. And also, the law was never perfect to begin with, but it's better than having no law at all.
I'm a mage too. What if one day they decide that I'm also a defiler?
Come on, don't be ridiculous. You're a battle mage of the Royal Army, of the Wolf Guard, for heck's sake. You use your powers for the greater good, unlike the ones who are being sentenced.
Corporal Tahar? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb.
What is it?
Lord Marshal Angar and General Noria have requested your presence. You and Corporal Karpel are to report to them in the Hall of War as soon as possible.
What's it about?
I'm not in a position to tell.
All right then. Shall we go together, Tahar? I've been meaning to stretch my legs anyway.
Sure. Thank you, boy. You can leave.
Of course. Corporal Tahar? Corporal Karpel?
You should put some clothes on first.
Oh, really? Thanks for reminding me. Yes?
We'll hold our ground.
Ready? Then let's go.
Wait. Understood. What's next? Will do. Wait. Now would you look at that?
Well then.
Let's see.
I'm ready. Understood.
Yes?
Pray tell.
This will be a masterpiece. Well then.
Got it.
Nothing important there, Tahar. Just some provisions.
Interesting. It's quite empty. Where are all the recruits?
Out for the drills or in the halls of justice, I guess. There's a trial taking place right now.
Another mage?
Yeah, some elven woman, I believe. Let's see.
We will be swift. Damn it. It's more complicated than I thought.
What do we need?
No city of Northander evokes as much awe as Greyfell and its guardian keep, the seat of the crown. Built into the Hibernian ruins that once crowned King's Mountain, its walls and towers were made to withstand every foe and army, from the great Orcish horde to a swarm of dragons. It was here that the Mage Wars came to an end, after an unknown rebel warned the crown of your father's planned attack. You remember the battle that followed all too well. Though many soldiers were honored for their bravery, no amount of medals will make you forget the widow's cries at the funeral pyres.
Ah, finally, some fresh air. Come on, Tahar. Let's head to the North Tower. Quite the view, isn't it? Just doesn't get old. Still hard to believe that some 1,000 years ago, somebody actually built this place.
May the light have mercy on you.
There she goes. No more magic for you.
I still can't believe the Lord Marshal is allowing them to do this in Greykeep. Weren't they an underground movement just some moons ago?
They were. Things changed quickly, it seems.
Who was she?
No idea. She might have been with the rebels the army recently took out near Windwall. They still haven't given up. By all that can be said about your father, he certainly had his followers. They're like weeds. Whenever you think you've gotten them all, you find a new patch eating away the seeds somewhere.
I didn't know the Iron Mask kills right away.
Well, from what I've heard, there are two ways it can go. Either it makes you lose your magic, and then slowly your sanity, or it causes a brain rupture once it's branded onto your face. Seems that this woman suffered the latter.
Now, let's move on.
Sure.
Yes? Who are you?
Just two soldiers. We saw the branding. Impressive work.
What do you want?
Could you tell me more about the purity of light? About your faith?
Oh, you're a seeker.
Maybe.
Interesting. Well, I will do my best to answer your questions.
What's your problem with mages?
We don't have a problem with mages. We have a problem with defilers.
What's the difference?
Well, a mage is someone who has the ability to tap into the power the All-Father Eonir used to create the universe. It's a burden, and we are well aware of how some mages suffer. However, having that ability by itself is not a sin. Using it is. Man should not have that power, regardless of stature or morality.
But that's what defilers do. They have no humility. They recklessly indulge in their magic and use it for their own purposes. Asamo Tahar is the best example. He showed the world how foul and dangerous uncontrolled magic can be.
But can't magic also be used for good?
It's not about good or bad, it's about humility. Man was never meant to use magic, and the disregard of this fact is what made the world the violent, corrupted place that it is. So yes, magic can heal as much as it can kill, but that does not change that we are not allowed to meddle with it. We are not gods, soldier, we are men, and until we know our place again, Eonir will not return.
This woman, what does she do?
That one? She was one of Asamo Tahar's rebels. They hid in wind walls, but the Royal Army took out their camp. She summoned a beast that tore apart 13 soldiers before they finally pinned her down. It's good that the mask put an end to her right away.
Do you have some kind of leader? Your movement originated in Greyfell, correct?
Movement. I don't think you quite understand who we are, soldier. But I have faith that you will soon enough. Regarding your first question, yes, we do. Harbinger of Light, or Rondar Lacane, as his worldly name is known. He is out of the city at the moment, but if you want a chance to hear his sermons yourself, he will return to Greykeep 1 or 2 days from now.
What exactly do you believe in? I've been told the purity of light renounces the Guardians. Is that true?
Renounce? No. The Guardians, as well as the renegade gods, are Aeonir's creation, and they are as truthful as he is. They left us.
What do you mean by they left?
Well, they were only temporary to begin with. Aeonir created them to tend to our world as long as mankind is corrupted. But now he wants to return to our world. The Guardians have gone back to their slumber.
Aeonir wants to return?
Yes, Aeonir will return to this world. 12 moons ago, the Harbinger of Light, our leader, had visions where the All-Father himself spoke to him. He said that after all the suffering we, his creation, had to endure, the time has come to bring peace again. He will reveal himself to us, and will make this world one of freedom, peace, and equality again.
All right, then, let's get to it.
And how exactly will he do this? It's not like there's no reason our world is the way it is.
It's a god we are talking about, not a guardian, but a true god. The only god, the creator. You're making the mistake I made before the Harbinger showed me the truth too. You are trying to apply human thinking to something that never was human to begin with.
And why hasn't he returned yet?
Well, that's the reason we're here. Aeonir also told the Harbinger something else, that he will only return once mankind has become pure again.
Pure?
Yes. Free of the wrong faith. Free of defilers. That's our mission. And once we've succeeded, the Harbinger will open the gates so that Aeonir can step through.
Interesting.
That's one word for it.
Well, thanks for your help. I'll be going.
Certainly. Aeonir's light guide your path, soldier.
Of course.
1, 2. That's it, lads. Keep at it.
Look at that! The fabled Wolf Guard has arrived. Always good to see some friendly faces.
Sergeant Esme?
Always so stern, Bertrand. What do you need? Some early morning practice?
Why not? What do you think, Tahar?
Who are we fighting?
Well, what does it look like? Recruits. Some of them almost know what they're doing, but some others could really use some actual sparring. So, what do you say?
Well, I guess I could do with some practice.
Good! Then get in the ring.